close. Close. Let's see. Phew. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, everything's working. Good. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dominic. Here's Cupcake. Okay, hi. This is the first stream. For some reason, there's a weird filter that's on the screen. I cannot remove that at the moment. It's fine. No filter, please. Oh well. Maybe oh, there we go. Okay, I removed it. Found a way. Yeah, let's just have live chat there. Okay, no chat. No pinned chat. You can now pin a message to the top of the live chat. Okay, got it. Thank you. And that's because you're sitting in. No. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Can you see it at least? Yes or no? By the way, those who do know, I'm reading. If the thumbnail's not giving it away, then I'm reading this. And I'm testing things out. Oh, you can barely see me? And Dominic is in the chat, and so if you visit the stream at any time during the stream, you can chat with Dominic. He's also in the chat so that he can just see, he can communicate. There's a glare. Is it defect? Is it ruining the screen? Is it so much of a glare that you can't see me? Can you at least see me? Like, come on. There's Cupcake's little, fill the Cupcake's little thing here. I should be able to see me. You should be able to see me. This is live. Anyways, this is kind of sort of the first stream and also test stream. So it's a mixture of both. Now, I tried to do it over there at the desk, but there was small. I can only see you when you lean forward. Is this better? Anyways, as I am saying, I'm hoping this works because I'm giving it a try. Couldn't do it at the desk. This is better. Okay, that's good. 4 minutes in and we got everything good. All right. Okay, this is better. This is cool. This is cool. Fill the Cupcakes here as my little streaming companion. Okay, good. Now that we got all the technical difficulties out of the way, and this is how things are going to thing. Okay. Let's see, and let me think about it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, unfortunately at the moment I don't have the capability of streaming while gaming. Not yet, not yet. Not the right equipment and all that jazz. But I do want to stream, and I do want to scream. Um, and I want to see if this all works out. There's a little chat, a little um, again, test stream, see how things work out. Should have read by the fireplace. Would have been aesthetically. This is a red. This is a nice couch. It has red pillows, like in the thumbnail. Um, and it's nice and comfy. I'm not doing anything important at the moment. Um, Unfortunately, this is not at the desk, so I guess I'll try again at the desk. Or maybe I'll just move the desk over here since there's a stronger connection here. Uh, huh, I might do that. But the problem is there's nothing behind me. There's no shelf, there's no stuff. That's the reason why I want. Oh, excuse me. That's the reason why I would do this by the desk because there's a lot more space. But I'm at a couch, so that's that. Yeah. I'll fix the lighting in this room to where you can see me better. So it's not like holy light. It's like oh. Anyways, let's see. So, hmm. Oh yes, I'm reading, but I'll get down to that here in a minute. What I want to do with these streams is wait for about like 10 minutes, let people pile in, maybe 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, for let people just to pile in. The next time I stream, I'll at least have some sort of notification. So that's that. So this is test stream number 1. But it's also the first official stream. So first official stream and test stream. Gives me ideas for streaming Master Duel later. I think there is a possible way to do that for test stream number 3, I guess. I don't know how to do that at the moment though. And I'm not certain on how to do that at the moment. Probably. But again, this is a Tuesday. So next Tuesday, or Monday, either Tuesday or Monday or Saturday, not Sunday. We'll take a break on Sunday. Yeah. We'll probably do a stream. We'll probably stream on those days. Not Monday through Friday. Not but Wednesdays. Not Wednesday through Friday. So yeah. So that's just what I'm gonna do for like content for that takes a bit longer to do, or stuff that I just can't just like, oh, I'll do 20 minutes of, right? So this is because of the thumbnail, I'll be reading this, right? And right now, I'm just talking, just to make sure to keep things lively here, seeing how things go. I will try to see if I could get this to work over there at the desk instead of over here at this couch. But this is nice. I could probably do that for like reading only. Like if I just want to read, I'll just read on this couch. So yeah, for the reading streams, I guess I'll be reading here on the couch, And for everything else, I'll try to stream at the desk, probably. Um, Although board game streams, I do want to do board game streams. So this is the first time, and Dominic is learning about this. I do want to do board game streams. How am I supposed to do that? With just me? I can't do that with just me. I have to do that with Dominic. I'm hoping to do board game streams with Dominic. Right now, it says that there are 2 people live with me or watching this with me. Let's see. Risk. Oh yeah, Risk. Risk would be definitely a game that we could play together. But there's also the Ruby board game that I'm currently going over. There's the Jurassic Park board game that I want to go over with Dominic. Both games I would like to play with Dominic and probably one other person. The Park board game is actually just a chess set, so that I don't need one other person to play with that. FNAF, um, the FNAF board game, I would definitely need one another person to play with. I might play. Yeah, it for the third person. It'll have to be either. It'll have to be just someone that we can like do these things with. I guess I don't know. Well, we'll find someone off the street. Hey, you want to play a board game? Sure. Are you a camera shy? Yes. Oh, okay, fine. Next person. But now that we gotten 12, 10 minutes in, you might want to start reading. I'll read. I'll read. This is a reading stream, but this is also a stream where I talk to the audience and scratch my nose. And Phil listens. Into the pit. Well, let's see here. It's not long of a story. We might go within an hour or 30 minutes. We might do 30 minutes of this. Just a 30-minute stream, probably. Or an hour. How long streams are going to be? That's another good question. It depends on the mood, the time. Will there be distractions? Yeah, sure, there's be distractions. That's life. Distractions happen. But so if I need to go somewhere real quick, I'll say I'll be right back. 5-10 minutes later, and I'll be back. Then y'all can talk to Phil the Cupcake. That's the thing. So if anything bad happens and I have to leave for a moment, Phil the Cupcake will be your co-host, or whoever else is here. If I have an actual co-host, right? So that's another thing. So yeah, okay. Now let's actually get to reading. The dead possum's still here. Oswald was looking out the passenger window at the gray, furry corpse on the side of the road. Somehow, it looked even deader than it had yesterday. I don't know. Is deader? Is deader a word? And Dominic looked that up. I know it's like a kid, it's like kid language. It's more deader than yesterday, dude. Right. Last night, last night's rain hadn't helped. Nothing looks deader than a dead possum, Oswald said. Oswald reminds me of the Blue Octopus show. Oswald. Now there's a bit of nostalgia for you right there. Hey, Oswald. Nothing looks deader than a dead possum. Oswald's dad said. Except this town, Oswald mumbled, looking at the boarded up storefronts and the display windows, which were displaying nothing but dust. What's that? Oh, what's that? Dad said. He was already wearing the stupid red vest they put him in when he worked the deli counter at Snack Space. Space. Sorry. Oswald wished he had to put it on until after he dropped him at school. This town, Oswald said, louder this time. This town looks deader than a dead possum. His dad laughed. Well, son, I don't guess I can argue that. 3 years ago, precisely 3 years ago, when Oswald was 7, I 5 and the 2, was 7, there had actually been stuff to do here. A movie theater. You can do the movies at the movie theater, yeah. Speaking of which, I would like to go to the movies soon. Maybe watch the Mario movie or Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3. That's why they're calling movies now. Anyways. Movie theater, a game and a card store. Not a game card store, just a game and a card store. Oh, a game and a card store. Well, it's still I hate list of items with when they list items but then have 2 items that are and. It's a game and card store and an ice cream shop with amazing waffle cones. Okay, so that's just something I personally hate about list of things. You know how it has like the commas when you list things, and then it just throws me off for a second. But then the mill had closed. The mill had basically been the reason the town existed. Oswald's dad had lost his job, and so had hundreds of other kids' moms and dads. Lots of families had moved away, including Oswald's best friend Ben and his family. I know that feeling but it's the opposite. Or I had to move away. Or anyways, Oswald's family had stayed because his mom's job at the hospital was excuse me. It was not a yawn fest, but this town's a yawn fest. So Oswald's family had stayed because of his mom's job at the hospital was steady and didn't want to move far away from Grandma. So Dad ended up with a part-time job at the Snack Space, which paid $5 an hour less than he'd made at the mill. Oof. And Oswald watched the town die. One business after another shut down like organs in a dying body. Oof. Because nobody had the money for movies or games or amazing waffle cones anymore. Nope. When everyone's broke, then everyone leaves. Hey, Farrell. Farrell, welcome to the stream. Yes, we're reading Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights Into the Pit. Part 1. Well, not part 1. Into the Pit. The first story. This book has like 3 stories in it. Technically a bonus one as well, but that's just it. Nice, says Farrell. Okay. Thank you. And so yeah, you're kind of late, but not too late. I tried to wait for like 10 minutes to see if there would be any people to start watching, but you know it's okay. You're here, and this is also the first stream, so welcome to the first stream. Um, I'm starting rather slow, and I'm also just testing things out. And so you know, it's a test. It's the first just stream, and then it's a test stream. So yeah, I might do another stream next week, next Tuesday, or this Saturday, or this Monday. It depends on one of those days. Not Sunday. I will not do Sunday. Anyways. Oh yeah. Are you excited it's the last day of school, Dad asked. It was one of those questions adults always ask. Like, how was your day? Did you brush your teeth? Did you comb your hair? Did you put your PJs on? Did you do the dishes? Sorry. Oswald shrugged. I guess, but there's nothing to do with Ben gone. And that tends to happen when there's nothing to do. And when your friends are gone, you're kind of just stuck. And alone in a castle. No one to be here beside me. School's boring, but home's boring too. When I was 10, oh, okay, I like how Dad's, I like the dad here, and he's like, when I was a young boy, when I was 10, I wasn't home, and, I wasn't, there's a notification, I'll just close it. No, cancel. Oh, okay, sorry, I clicked something. Okay, anyways. When I was 10, I wasn't home in the summer until I got called in for supper, Dad said. I rode my bike and played baseball and got into all kinds of trouble. Oh. Are you saying I should get into trouble? Oswald said. No! I'm saying you should have fun. Dad pulled into the drop-off line in front of the Westbrook Elementary. The Westbrook. I'm moving my knee too much. Have fun. He made it sound so easy. Oswald walked through the school's double doors and ran smacked into Dylan Cooper. Oh yes, I conveniently had a student whose name coincidentally was Dylan Cooper. I think I had a Dylan and a Cooper, but not probably both. I don't know. Who knows? It's been a while. So yeah, elementary school. The last person he wanted to see, but my Dylan Cooper probably wasn't a bully. Oswald was apparently not that Dylan Cooper's mind. Anyways, the last person he wanted to see. Oswald was apparently the first person Dylan wanted to see, though. Okay. Because his mouth spread wide and spread in a wide grin. I couldn't read. Dylan was the tallest kid in 5th grade and clearly enjoyed looming over his victims. Hello. And Dominic is not here with me. I was reading the chat. Sorry. But yes, he is in the chat. So yeah. Hi, Farrell. Hi, and Dominic. Anyways, Dylan was the tallest kid in the 5th grade and clearly enjoyed looming over his victims. Well, if it isn't Oswald the Ocelot. could have called it an octopus. He said, his grin spreading impossibly wider. I'm starting to think this is a cartoon. That one never gets old, does it? Oswald walked past Dylan and was relieved his tormentor chose not to follow him. When Oswald and his fifth grade classmates were preschoolers, there was a cartoon on one of the little kid channels about a big pink ocelot named Oswald. Oh, Oswald. You ocelot. As a result, Dylan and his friends had started calling him Oswald the Ocelot. On the first day of kindergarten, never stopped. Dylan was the kind of kid who would pick on anything that made you different. If it hadn't been Oswald's name, it would have been his freckles or his cowlick. Cowlick Oswald. Okay? Or Freckles Oswald. No. Oswald the Ocelot sounds better. The name calling had gotten much worse this year in the U.S. history when they learned that the man who shot John F. Kennedy was named Lee Harvey Oswald. Oswald would rather be an ocelot than an assassin. Hold on. As memeable as that has been for the John F. Kennedy assassination, right? The conspiracies and everything. In one hand, yeah, no, I would not want to be called. I would not like to be nicknamed Lee Harvey Oswald if my first name was Oswald, and if the president was assassinated that year, or the year when they found out what the guy's name was. Yeah, no. We don't want that. But in one hand, it sounds cool. Oswald, the assassin. Instead of Oswald, the Ocelot. Hello, right? Hello. Since it was the last day of school, there was no attempt at doing any kind of real work. Mrs. Meacham. Okay, this is accurate. When school teachers have the weirdest last names to pronounce, for some reason, teachers, the criteria to be a proper high school teacher, you have to first be married, so nothing weird happens between you and the kids, or you at least have to have a weird name like Meacham or Roundsbottom or any other name. There was a weird Grudowski. That's like a Grudowski. Hello, Professor Grudowski. You gotta have that kind of name. If you're going to be a teacher, that's in your resume. If you have a weird last name, it's there. You're hired. All that in college. Oh, the many years of college, whatever. Had an education, whatever. Mrs. Meacham had announced the day before that students were allowed to bring the electronics as long as they took responsibility for anything getting lost or broken. Well, of course. This announcement meant that no effort would be made toward any educational activities of any kind. I miss elementary. No, not elementary. High school. at middle and high school where it was the last few days, and you're like, hey, you can bring whatever, you can bring whatever, and you can also bring whatever. Not but within the limits, right? You can bring parents, you bring dog, whatever. I don't know, not really a dog, but you can bring electronics, games, video games, as long as like you can transport it to the school in a handheld. If it was some sort of handheld device. Oh my gosh, that reminded me of like how everyone would bring either a Nintendo, a phone, and as the older years of high school, everyone would still bring their like their iPhones or whatever, and then just go like playing whatever video game, watching whatever movie, getting onto the computers and watching whatever, doing whatever, having just doing whatever in the last few days of school. That and catching up on whatever work that was late or quizzes. Yeah. Um, those three things: quizzes, fun activities, homework, and whatever. Oswald didn't have any modern electronics. True, there was one laptop at home, but the whole family shared it, and he wasn't allowed to bring it to school. He had a phone, but it was the saddest, most out of date model imaginable. It's like I can imagine like it's like one of those old like flip phones with that little no, it's one of those pocket phones with a little antenna. It goes hello, oh hold on, dee dee dee, hello, yeah, hello, oh. Anyways, you could play Tetris on those. Probably no. There was later on. Later on, whatever. I had at least one flip phone. Um, and everyone was looking at me like, "Bro, we have like touch screens now," and it was like the early version of a touch screen. I forgot what they were called. Like the very first iPhones and all that other stuff. And like I had like a flip phone that could barely that they had like a that could play Tetris on it and whatnot. Um, and but like every and we were hell had yearbooks. I didn't have a yearbook. I had to use a paper version of a yearbook, and it would every we would go to the gymnasium, and then everyone would go past their yearbooks and just write names, write down not names. They'll do signature. Here's my signature to signify that I'm your friend. Um, and here is my cell phone number. Oh, and here is a quote uh that I like you, or I have a crush on you, or something. I don't know. And it'd be like a last minute secret that someone had and kept to themselves, and then just the next year you'll find out that two other people are like, huh, they're dating now. Anyways, continuing reading. Nostalgia over. It was the most out-of-date model imaginable, and he didn't want to take it out of his pocket because he knew any kid who saw it would make fun of how pathetic it was. So while other kids played games on their tablets or handheld consoles, like the Nintendo Switch that I brought to school once. Oh, and not Nintendo Switch. DS, Nintendo DS. We had Nintendo DSs. My friend always brought his Nintendo DS, regardless of the rules. he would play it in the mornings, and then he would pocket into the book bag, and then only bring it up later the next morning. Anyways, so while other kids played games on their tablets or handheld consoles, Oswald sat. He just sat. Sitting in a little corner, probably reading a book, which I would have done. After, which that's something I had to do. I didn't want to hold out my cell phone. It was embarrassing. I only kept that cell phone at home. So yeah, there's that. There's this cell phone, and so I just read a book. And if anyone wanted to hand me a random number and write in my like yearbook, fine, I would like hand it out. Anyways, and then, again, nostalgia over. The Oswald said, after just sitting became intolerable, he took out a notebook and pencil and started to draw. That's also something I did. That a lot of other people also did this as well. This is relatable. This kid's relatable. I tell you that much. He's relatable. He took out a notebook and a pencil and started to draw. He wasn't the best artist in the world. Neither was I. But he could draw well enough that his images were identifiable. They're identifiable. I couldn't pronounce it for a second there. And there was a certain cartoony quality about his drawings he liked. Me too. The best thing about drawing, though, was that he could get lost in it. Yeah. Is this me? Am I secretly Oswald? I'm secretly Oswald, guys. The best thing about drawing, though, was that he could get lost in it. It was like he fell into the paper, became part of the scene he was creating. It was a welcoming escape. It was a welcome escape. I could never do that. That reminds me of a cartoon I watched once. I only watched like 1 or 2 episodes, and then I think it was canned. But I think it was like, I forget what it's called, but it was like a chalk. It was a chalk show where a kid would draw with chalk, and whatever he drew, he could create, or he could get into that world of chalk. But it was a nice show. Anyways, he didn't know why, but lately he had been drawing mechanical animals. Bears, bunnies, and birds. He imagined them being human-sized and moving with the jerkiness of robots in an old science fiction movie. They were furry on the outside. Furry. But the fur covered had a hard metal skeleton filled with gears and circuits. Sometimes he drew the animals' exposed metal skeletons or sketched them with the fur peeled back to show some of the mechanical workings underneath. It was a creepy effect, like seeing a person's skull peeking out beneath the skin. Oswald was so immersed in his drawing that he was startled when Miss Meacham turned off the lights to show a movie. Alright, kids, it's movie time. Turns off the light. We're watching Charlotte's Web for the 100th time. Movies always seemed like a teacher's final act of desperation on the day before break, a way to keep the kids quiet and relatively still for an hour hour and a half before setting them loose for the summer. The movie Miss Meacham chose was, in Oswald's opinion, too babyish for a room full of fifth graders. It was a it was about a farm with talking animals, and he had watched it before, and he watched, but he watched it again because really, what else did he have to do? Oh my gosh, it's Charlotte's Web. I mean, was I wrong? Am I wrong? If Scott Cawthon watches this stream for some reason, and is it Charlotte's Web? Please tell me. I need to know. At recess, kids stood around tossing the ball back and forth and talking about what they were going to do over the summer. I'm going to football camp. I'm going to basketball camp. I'm going to hang out at my neighborhood pool. I'm going to stay with my grandparents in Florida. I've got a rock. Oswald sat on the bench and listened. For him, there would be no camps and no pool memberships and no trips to Florida because there was no money. But he would have a rock. And so he would draw pictures, play his old video games that he had already beaten 1,000 times. This is my friend. Every time he would go to school, he would play the same video game 1,000 times. And then me and my other two friends would like have the same game. And so there would be a part where we were like, we can't beat this part, or we can't get past this part. Can you do this for the 100th time? We should have paid him. And if you're watching this, and if you know who you are, I'm sorry. but you had fun. Oh my gosh. He already beaten 1,000 times, and maybe go to the library. If Ben was still here, it would be different. Even if they were just doing the same old stuff, they'd be doing it together. And Ben could always make Oswald laugh, riffing on video game characters or doing a perfect impersonation of one of their teachers. Miss Meacham sounds like this. He and Ben had fun no matter what they did. But now a summer without Ben yawned before him, wide and empty. Most days, Oswald's mom worked from 12 p.m. until 12 a.m., so his dad had to make dinner. Usually, they got by on frozen meals like lasagna, or chicken pot pie, or cold cuts and potato salad from the snack space deli, where they were still good enough to eat, but not good enough to sell. Or, if you were like me, in a very poor situation, ramen, chicken ramen. Lunch, dinner, but not for breakfast. You will have chicken ramen for dessert as well. When Dad did cook, let him cook. It was usually things that required boiling water. Never mind, don't let him cook ever again. While Dad got their dinner ready, Oswald's job was to feed Jinx. Jinx, the very spoiled black cat. Okay. Oswald often thought that he used about the same amount of cooking skill in an opening Jinx's can of stinky cat food as his dad used in his dinner preparations. Tonight, Oswald and Ned were sitting down to plates of blue box mac and cheese and some canned corn his dad had zapped in the microwave. I'm sorry, whenever I hear that, I know what they're talking about, but it sounds like you just take whatever thing, put it in the microwave, and then like instead of letting the microwave do its thing, just like take a ray gun, just go zap, and just eat it. And there we go. Zap it in the microwave. It was a very yellow meal. Yeah. You know, I was thinking, Dad said, squirting ketchup onto his macaroni and cheese. Don't let this man cook. Don't. Even Oswald questioned it in parentheses. Why did he do that? The cupcake is turning to If I was taller, I would stare even deeper. Hold on, wait a second. I gave him a little thing to stand on. There we go. There we go. Thanks, Farrell. You're the #1 viewer. Okay, so anyways, I was thinking that oh god. Yeah. I was thinking, Dad said, squirting ketchup onto his macaroni and cheese. Why did he do that? Oswald said in parentheses. Oswald wondered. I know you're old enough to stay home by yourself, son, but I don't like the idea of you staying by yourself the whole day while you and your mom, while your mom and I are at work. I was thinking you could ride into town with me in the mornings, and I could drop you off at the library. You could read, surf the net, read. Did I mention reading? Don't make me catch. Don't make me catch you. Flirt with a librarian. Okay, don't do that. Oswald couldn't let this one slide. How out of date could Dad be? Nobody says surf the net anymore, Dad. Boomer. Oh my. They do now because I just said it. Oh my gosh. Dad is like full confidence. He has like so much confidence. He's like, yeah. I said, people say what I used to say. Dad forked up some macaroni. Anyway, I thought you could hang out in the library in the mornings. When you get hungry, you eat a book. Now, when you get hungry, you could head over to Jeff's Pizza for a slice and soda. And I could pick you up there once my shifts are over at 3:30. Over at 3. Oswald considered for a moment. Jeff's Pizza was kind of weird. It wasn't dirty exactly, but it was run down. The vinyl on the booth seats had been repaired with duct tape and the plastic letters had fallen off the menu board above the counter, so the listed toppings included pepperoni and amouga. I wouldn't want those pizzas. I might have pepperoni, but not amouga. That sounds ugh. It was clear that Jeff's pizza used to be something bigger and better than it was now. Than it now was. There were tons of unused floor space and a lot of unused electrical outlets along the base of the walls. Also, on the far wall, there was a small stage. Even though there were no performances there, not even so much as a karaoke night, it was a strange place. Very strange. It was so strange. You can hear the strange words floating. Anyways. Sad and not what it had once been, like the rest of the town. This probably sounds like an abandoned Chuck E. Cheese. That being said, the pizza was decent, and more important, it was the only pizza in town. You didn't count the kind from the frozen food department at the snack space. Oh, at the snack space! The few good restaurants in town, including Gino's Pizza and Monica's Pizza, which, unlike Jeff's, had real pizza maker names, and had closed their doors not long after the mill had. Oof. So you'll give me money for pizza? Oswald asked, since Dad's job loss, Oswald's allowance had dwindled to practically nothing. Oof. Dad smiled. Hey, pizza time. Dad smiled. A kind of a sad smile. I think that's the saddest smile I can make. It's not like, yay. Yeah, there it is. It's like, anyways. It seemed to, a kind of a sad smile, it seemed to Oswald. Son, we're bad off. But we're not so bad off, I can't spot you $3.50 for a slice and soda. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay, Oswald said. It was hard to say no to a warm, gooey cheese slice. Since it wasn't a school night and wouldn't be, and since it wasn't a school night and it wouldn't be again for quite some time, Oswald stayed up after Dad went to bed and watched an old Japanese monster movie with Jinx curled up purring on his lap. Oswald had seen a lot of B-grade Japanese horror films, but this one, Zendrillix versus Mecha Zendrillix. That's basically Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. But this one, Zendrillix versus Mecha Zendrillix. That also sounds like a pill, like one of those Lysinol or something. I don't know. It sounds like one of those off-the-counter pills. Like I forgot what it's called? Yeah. Anyways, it's like where it has like a weird name, as if like a brand name, or I don't know. Like you get Advil, but then you get like Mindrelix, or something. I don't know. Zendrelix. They can't say Godzilla for some reason. I think it's because that Godzilla is not public domain. Probably. I don't know. Zendrelix, as always, Zendrelix just looked like a giant dragon thing. A giant dragon thing. What is Godzilla? A giant dragon thing. I'm telling you, it's Godzilla. It's good. Godzilla's in the FNAF. Godzilla is in canon. Or at least the Godzilla films. Godzilla. Where was I? As always, Zendrelix just looked at the dragon thing, but Mecha Zendrelix reminded him of the mechanical animals he drew when he stripped them of their fur. He laughed at the movie's special effects. The train Zendrelix destroyed was clearly a toy. And how the actor's lip movements didn't match the dubbed in English. We must defeat Godzilla right now. Somehow, though, he always found himself rooting for Zendrelix, even though he was just a guy in a rubber suit. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Somehow he managed to have a lot of personality. Just like me. I'm sorry if I'm sniffling a lot. I forgot to take my pill this morning for allergies, you know. Allergy season. That's just blah. In bed, he tried to count his blessings. He didn't have been, but he had monster movies and the library and lunchtime pizza slices. It was better than nothing, but still, was it? But it still wasn't going to be enough to keep him going all summer. Please, he wished, his eyes closed tight. Please let something interesting happen. We all know the saying. We all know the saying. Be careful what you wish for. Or in this case, what you... Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Oswald woke to the smell of coffee and bacon. Bacon. Coffee and bacon. Sounds good. The coffee he could do without, but the bacon smelled amazing. Breakfast meant time with his mom, often the only time he got with her until the weekend. After one necessary stop, he hurried down the hall to the kitchen. Well, look at that. My rising sixth grader has risen. Mom was standing over the stove in her fuzzy pink bathrobe and her blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail, flipping it. Oh, yum. Without pancakes? So that's where the narrator is kind of talking at. It was flipped. So she was flipping pancakes, not flipping her ponytail. I don't know. I thought that. Hi, Mom. She opened her arms. I demand a morning hug. Oswald sighed, like it annoyed him. Morning hugs. When am I sweet? Probably. Where was I? Excuse me. Oswald sighed like I ignored him, but he never went. But he went over and hugged her. It was funny. With Dad, he always said he was too old for hugs, but he never turned down his mom's open arms. Maybe it was because he didn't get to spend much time with her during the week. While he and Dad spent too much time together, they sometimes got onto each other's nerves. He knew Mom missed him and felt bad for having to work such long hours. But he also knew that since Dad's job at the snack space was just part-time, Mom's long hours were most of the reasons the bills were getting paid. Mom always said that the adult life was a fight between time and money. The more money you earned to spend on bills and necessities, the less time you got to spend with your family. It was a difficult balance. Oswald sat down at the kitchen table and thanked his mom when she poured his orange juice. Once I get to a stopping point, though, I'll have to end the stream because it's getting closer for my supper time. It's getting close for supper time. I could theoretically take supper upstairs with me and eat it, but I don't want to do that. And not this supper. It's not finger food. It's not pizza. It's not pizza. It's not pizza. Pizza. It's gonna be one of those suppers. Anyway, where is it? First day of summer break, huh? Mom went back to the stove to scoop up a pancake with her spatula. Uh-huh. He probably should have tried to sound more enthusiastic, but he couldn't muster the energy. She slid the pancake into his plate, and then served him 2 strips of bacon. Not the same without Ben, huh? He shook his head. He wasn't going to cry. Mom ruffled his hair. I know, it's a bummer. But hey, maybe a new friend will move to town. Maybe. Oswald looked at her hopeful face. Why would anyone move here? Okay, I see your point, Mom said, piling on another pancake. But you never know. Or maybe somebody cool already lives here. Somebody you don't even know yet. Maybe, but I doubt it. Oswald said, these pancakes are great, though. Mom smiled and ruffled his hair. Again. So she previously did it. And then now she did it again. Well, I've got that going for me anyway. Do you want more bacon? Just gives him more bacon. It just gives him more bacon. Just doesn't ask. Just, bacon? Eat the bacon. Do you want more bacon? You do. You better grab it before your dad gets in here and vacuums it all up. That's what I do. I'm not a dad, but I just go and go. Sure, it was Oswald's personal policy to never refuse more bacon. And that is where I'm hungry and I've got to go and get some supper. Now, typically, if this was any other type of supper, like if it's supper that I can just like take it and bring it up here, me. But this isn't that type of supper, and I could probably like leave y'all for a minute and let Cupcake do all the streaming. But you know, I'm at a pausing point, like I said, and I guess well I'll see you all the next time when I read this book to you. To you, to you, and you, to him, mostly him. Is there anything else? All? Um, I'm glad this stream wasn't like a smashing success. I'm glad that because like I don't I don't want this is kind of awkward. Like I'm in the this is the first stream. You know the first is the worst, as they say, and I wanted it to be the worst. So well, I wanted to find like a niche place to do this, and maybe not here, and maybe not with my hair looking like this. Um, but you know, it's the first stream, and maybe not this glare. And maybe we'll read more and get more finished, more out of the way. But yeah, this is a stream. It's over now. Um, I have to go now, get something to eat. And I'll see you all soon. Remember to leave a like, comment down below. If you want to see more, subscribe. That's ring the bell. Clap your hands. Do pat a cake. Baker's man, right? And watch my other videos. Watch more videos. Like videos. Comment down below. Bring your friends to subscribe to this channel. Talk to other people. Get I'll try to do this live every Tuesday or Saturday or Monday or maybe Monday, Saturday, Tuesday. So who knows? The future has so many things. So yeah, again, subscribe, ring the bell, hit the like button or dislike button if you don't like this video or if you don't like the stream at all. And if you want to hit the dislike button, you just want to be mean. And comment down below. What are your thoughts on the story so far? Do you like the story? You want me to continue reading the Fazbear Frights? Oh, I won't just be reading Fazbear Frights. Again, I'll be reading other stuff, like other classics and whatnot. Yeah. There. Continue? No, I'm sorry, Farrell. It's the end of this stream. I've got to go again. I've got to go and eat supper. But again, either next week or this Saturday, and I might. I'm sorry, Farrell. It's a good story. You can rewatch this. That's also another thing. You could also rewatch this video. But yeah, this is a good story. I've enjoyed it so far. I might do a part 2 tomorrow. It depends. I might I might do a morning stream, probably. Bet I will. Will you share this? I share it, Farrell. You better share this video. You better hit the like button. You better subscribe. You better hit the bell notification, whatever it's called, and all that other stuff. Okay, Farrell? Bye-bye. See you all soon. I've got to go. And Phil the Cupcake will also say goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. Bye-bye.